Encholar. How are you? Vanasanda. Did you have your meals? This is not Tamil, neither is Hindi. It's Tulu, the language spoken by my ancestors in South India. English as a language has benefited me and most of us in our careers. English has become a global standard where we share and communicate with different cultures in the world. However, it has come with a cost. English has entered our homes, and some of us have stopped speaking with the next generation in our dialects. Welcome, Mamta ji, to Direct Talk.
Thank you, Bala. Namaste.
Mamta Mandal, the founder of Global Hindi Foundation Private Limited in Singapore. She comes from marketing and private banking background. After many years in consulting, she decided to follow her passion in promoting Hindi. This is exactly what I was looking for. You are associated with Global Hindi Foundation, so could speak to me about language. In fact, your Facebook page tells you that you're Mamta Hindi. Tell us why.
Mamta Hindi is my identity because I come from a tradition where we are taught that our work should speak for ourselves.
What is the journey behind Hindi Foundation?
We all want to preserve our culture and languages, but somehow we are lagging behind in many aspects. So the work that I started on Hindi language stems from my passion towards preserving our own mother tongue. I speak Maithili, which, as you know, is a 3,000-year-old language. But unfortunately, we don't have enough teaching and learning resources to pass on to the next generation.
Your daughter grew up in Singapore?
Yes, she did.
What language does she speak?
Our kids have the option to study their mother tongue in school. And thanks to the curriculum here, the standard of Hindi that is being taught to our kids is much higher and richer than what they study even in Indian curriculum. But is that enough? So that was my issue to bring it up, that we should all focus on Hindi as a skill rather than only an academic subject.
What are the challenges of learning our mother tongue in Singapore?
See, the first challenge is a child speaks English at home. We as parents also communicate with our kids only in English most of the time. So it is losing that connect with the child for their language. If you don't practice a language, there is no better way to learn a language.
What about you?
I have made a conscious effort to talk to my daughter in Hindi. It was an important thing that she knows her roots and she knows where we come from.
Languages are very hard to learn. Do you think it should be made easier?
Do we make English easier for the child to learn? Language is a skill which needs practice and enough opportunities to use that.
Even though our Tamil children, they are going to school and learn English, but at home mostly they are started to talk in Tamil. In Singapore, mostly all Tamil people, they can speak in Tamil. So, unlike some other countries, those Tamil people, they are not able to talk in Tamil.
We want to keep our culture and language going. So what do we do for that? We got to ensure that we speak it at home, among our friends, among our community members, and especially get our children to also learn and speak the language.
Mamtaji, since you come from India, we can understand. But what about the next generation who's born in Singapore? How will they understand the opportunities?
Where would the kids use that language or find that important or relevant for them? Then it begins with you and me. If we don't adopt it at home, how do we pass it on? So if you talk in context of India, it is spoken by 60% of the population. And India being the third largest economy in the next couple of years, 60% of Indians speak Hindi. So if you want to tap into that market, what is one skill that will be useful? Language is always something that gives you a upper hand to connect with your roots as well as your target audience.
So if somebody who can only speak Hindi, what are his challenges in this society?
See, the first challenge is supremacy of English language, and it is taken as the lingua franca of business all over the world. We can't deny that it is important to know English as a means of communication, but we can't benchmark knowing English as the level of intelligence one person carries or the level of knowledge one person has. So the expertise is not equal to English language proficiency. That's one thing we have to be very clear about.
Mamtaji, there's a debate between Hindi and Tamil. What do you think about it?
See, both Hindi and Tamil come from India. So it can never be Hindi or Tamil. It has to be mother tongue or English.
There is a debate between Deepavali and Diwali. Why do you think it is?
It might be a difference between how South Indians call it or how North Indians call it, but they are both synonyms, so it doesn't matter.
We call it Deepavali and not Diwali in Singapore. Due to the official language being Tamil, we call it Deepavali. Our government has given us a wonderful opportunity by making Tamil one of the official languages. So we should appreciate that and use that to further the language.
Samuel Huntington, in his book The Clash of Civilization, mentioned a clash between races and religions. Is language responsible for it?
I wouldn't put it like that. Languages can't be responsible. Languages is for your understanding of your own culture and a means of communication. Those are the only two reasons why you need to know a language. Other than that, how can it be a divisive force?
Why Prerna?
It is called Prerna, which is inspiration literally, and it was meant to inspire the next generation to connect with the language, to come on a platform where they compete for a prize. You know, when there is a reward at the end of the process, it becomes more motivating. And I've seen parents connect with the cause even more than the child, and then they inspire each other to really prepare well to come for the storytelling competition, which is Prerna Awards for Singapore.
Do you make any money out of it?
It started as a passion, but now when I know the potential of the languages and especially the market size that India offers to many services and goods, there are many areas where we can work in. Localization of content, adaptation of content, and of course, bridging the gap between English medium and Hindi medium. That's a huge opportunity that I see.
Thank you, Mamta ji. It was a pleasure to have you in Direct Talk.
Thank you so much, Bala. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
I grew up with stories from my grandmother. She passed away 3 years ago. She spoke to me in Tulu. That's the only language she knew. My only regret is that I did not speak Tulu so that her stories will be remembered forever. This is Bala Shetty from Direct Talk.